The outbreak of coronavirus, the world is facing a worldwide pandemic, with cities and even entire countries shutting down. All of us are watching the headlines and wondering what is going to happen next. The students are worried about the ensuing job crisis and their future. This has resulted in growing anxiety and uncertainty among them. To discuss about how to handle these tough situations, today we have with us a prominent personality who is not only a teacher, not only an aerospace engineer, but also a motivational speaker. An engineer who has got his hands dirty on MiG 27, a visiting professor at colleges like Virginia Tech, NTU Singapore, a researcher with 30 plus years of experience, and a speaker who has delivered talks on handling anxiety in various colleges that help thousands of students. Ladies and gentlemen, the Society of Automotive Engineers (NITK) is proud to welcome Professor Rajkumar S. Pant, the Professor of Aerospace Engineering, IIT Bombay, to grace this occasion. Sir.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I'm just going to put your video off. A very good evening to around 22 participants on this interactive session right now. I would like to especially welcome Mr. M. Vijay Kumar from Bengaluru, Shantanu Gulavani from Bharuch, Nirav Tank, and also Sri Narendra Joshi ji, all of who have joined this webinar on my request, and so many other students who are here. I would request everyone to put their video off so that we save on the bandwidth, because very soon I am going to share with you a presentation, and after that we are going to make it an interactive session. So at some point in the presentation, I'm going to ask some questions, and I would request participants to please participate by raising their hands. So can we quickly do a trial of raising the hands? I mean, if all of you are familiar, there is a button on the bottom called as participants. If you click that, you can see a list of participants including yourself, and just on the right of your name there must be a button for raising your hand. So can we just do a trial? For example, Shantanu has raised the hand. Vikas, Kumar, Niketra, Nirav. So once I see that people have raised their hands, I am just going to, for example, I'll go to Narendra Joshi ji. So he has raised his hand. I will now ask him to unmute. So Joshi ji, you can unmute yourself. You can speak now, Joshi ji. You are there. Up.
Yes, I am here, sir.
Very good. So when I ask a question, if you want to give a reply, this is the way we will do, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome, sir. Yeah.
I can mute anybody, but for the video, it is up to you only. So similarly, there is someone called Niketra. So you have raised the hand, Niketra. So I'm trying to unmute you. Yes. So would you like to speak, Niketra? One minute. Seems to be a problem. Okay. Nirav.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Anyway, you are an expert in raising hands, so you are that's fine.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Shantanu also is an expert. Rahul, you can speak now.
Yes, sir. Hi, sir. Good to see you after a very long time.
Very long time. Very long time. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually, yeah. So, Mr. Vijay Kumar. Yeah, you are on unmute now. Yeah, you are on unmute now.
Now unmute, yeah.
Yeah, you can speak now, Mr. Vijay Kumar. You are online. So welcome.
Yeah. Good evening. It is nice to join this.
Yeah. And
From
I
Bangalore.
believe Bengaluru had a very good bout of rain recently, so the weather must be much better than earlier.
Yeah, very good.
Okay.
Very
Thank
good.
you so much. I'm going to put you back on mute now. I think everybody has understood how to, how to do that. So we'll just go ahead. I'm going to just share my presentation. Okay. Requesting everyone, Dr. Manjula Pant is also online. Dr. Manjula, requesting you to please, yeah, I put you on unmute. I'm just going to stop everybody's video for saving the bandwidth.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Right. So friends, we are now going to start our interaction session. Okay. So I presume everybody can see my screen. We are all grappling with this particular situation which has affected the entire world. And let's have a look at how we can handle the uncertainty and anxiety which is prevalent all around us. Before we start looking at that, let's get a rough idea about what exactly is a pandemic. This word has been floating around a lot. It's a disease that is prevalent all over the country or all over the world in this case. So there are very few countries which are not yet affected by this pandemic. You can count them on your fingertips. Very small islands where there is no connection with the outside world. Only those countries are probably not in touch. Otherwise, the whole world is suffering. The question that I want to start off is COVID-19 the worst pandemic that humanity has ever faced? This infographic shows the number of infectious diseases who have been our companion right from the historical times. Even in the modern era, we see several of these pandemics which we have encountered, and the size of the blobs that you see in the infographic corresponds to the number of people who have been affected by the pandemics. So I can notice there are 5 big blobs. The one on the black color is the Black Death or the bubonic plague. Then we had smallpox. Then we had the third plague. Then Spanish flu, which affected around 50 million people in the beginning of this particular 19th century. HIV AIDS, around 25 to 35 million people. In this entire landscape, if we plot the pandemic COVID-19, it's a relatively smaller blob in the bottom. This number was 362,000 on 29th May, but today the latest information is that this number has become something like 380 or some such number. Similarly, if we look at the number of people who have died because of these pandemics, so there again you can see in the order of the numbers, the worst has been the bubonic plague, in which all the 200 million people who are affected, they have lost their lives. So right from 200 million lives lost because of the Black Death, we have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where is COVID-19? COVID-19 stands on the bottom with a small blob. The number which you see is 362,000, but this number has risen today to approximately 371,000. To be precise, 3,70,506. This is the total number of people till today, of which the largest number of deaths have been in the USA, which are approximately 1/3 of the total deaths, 1 lakh and around 6,000, 1,05,500. But the interesting thing is that humanity, as we know, has recovered from all these pandemics. Okay, so COVID-19 is not the worst, it's not the last, and we definitely shall recover from it given some time. This infographic shows the rate of growth of the number of confirmed cases since the first 100th case was detected. So we see that it all began in China, but after about 30 days or 25 days, China went flat. So there were no further growths in China. Whereas the USA overtook China in about 20 days from the beginning. And then today it has the largest number of cases in the world. In India, we overtook China in about 58 days from the beginning, approximately 2 months from the start of the 100th case, we have overtaken China. And now our growth trajectory is still increasing to approximately doubling every 6 days or so. I want to ask you a fundamental question. What is the worst outcome of COVID-19? Let's look at this question from the point of view of what is happening. As we just now saw, this pandemic has led to a large number of deaths. And this has led to a lockdown imposed by various nations. We can argue whether lockdown is needed, not needed, but the fact of the matter is that governments are trying to buy time to handle the pandemic and its outcome. So therefore, they are indulging in lockdowns. The global economy has been hit. Profitability has gone down. Revenues have completely plummeted. Because of that, there have been several job losses. I work in the aviation sector, and I am told in a recent webinar that in India, around 30 lakh jobs have already been lost in the aviation sector alone because of the COVID-19. Many, many more may happen, and who knows how things will pan out. The same story is expected in so many other professions and other industries. So there are massive job losses. Another problem that people are facing is that they are stuck at a place where they don't want to be. So there are so many people who are away from their near and dear ones, from their loved ones, and they are desperately trying to travel. They are traveling on road, some on foot, hundreds of kilometers, some are cycling, some are using buses, trucks, and all these small vehicles, etc. So people are in a very bad shape. They are stuck. For us who are privileged, we are stuck initially we had a very euphoric experience where a lot of time at your hand, spend time with your family, catch up on your hobbies, catch up on the books, learn new things, watch television, watch Netflix, watch Amazon Prime, watch the movies and serials. But now we are all bored because we are tired of doing all that. And due to this, the outcome of all of this is that there is uncertainty and anxiety, the two problems that everyone is facing. Now, uncertainty and anxiety by itself are not causing a problem. The problem that everybody is facing is that we are all facing this question, when will this end? And more important, I think everybody is concerned about what will it affect, how will it affect my future? Okay. So what is my future when pandemic ends and when life comes back to normalcy? What will happen? Will I still have my job? What will happen? Students who are graduating, they are thinking about what about my placements? What about my admissions to universities? What about my higher studies? Everybody is concerned about the future. Okay. Now, I am going to pose to you a question which is a very harsh question. So I apologize in the beginning itself for this very harsh question. I am asking you a question whether COVID-19 should really bother you. Why am I saying it? Is because you are not on a ventilator right now, isn't it? So many unfortunate people are fighting for their lives on a ventilator, and so many people are not able to find a ventilator. They have difficulty in breathing. Okay. I would like to suggest that hands could be raised and questions could be asked a little bit later when I actually open up the field for questions. So right now I'm in a flow of explanation. So should it really bother you? You are not on a ventilator. You are not on your roads. You are actually very lucky. You have a roof on your head. You are safe, sound, at a location where you can be looked after. You are not hungry or thirsty. You have food on your table. You are able to really eat what you literally feel like. Some of you are trying out new recipes and new styles. If you have any frustration, anxiety, if you are upset, if you are concerned, if you are worried, you can talk to somebody because you have access to a phone. You can share your anger and frustration, or you can comfort somebody who is not feeling well or who is in a bad position. God forbid if something happens to you, most of you are definitely have access to some facility or some location, maybe within your house or maybe nearby, where you can physically isolate yourselves, you can quarantine yourself. That is not the case with so many of our unfortunate countrymen who live in very small houses, one room containing 10 to 15 people, a family or a group of people living together, daily wages who are stuck because they can't go anywhere. If one of them has a problem, it's also difficult for them to really isolate themselves. And finally, you have electrical power, you have internet which is working at a reasonable speed, and that is why you are able to attend this particular interaction session. Okay, so keeping all these things in mind, I would like to say that actually you don't have any reason to worry. Okay, looked at it with the correct perspective, you should not really have any reason to worry, because your normal life is affected, but compared to what other people are going through, you are in a very, very privileged situation. But all this is theory. All this is what should happen. In reality, all of us are worried, and we are facing this question, how to stop worrying. Now, the answer to this question is very simple. If you want to stop worrying, you got to learn how to change your mindset. Because with the current mindset, you are definitely leading to worry and anxiety. Okay, anxiety first and then worry. So therefore, there has to be some proactive activity of changing your mindset if you want to really stop worrying. During the lockdown, most of the people, mostly the students, they are also concerned about how to make themselves future-proof, because we want to use this time to really learn how to handle the future. So as we hear in the news, lots of jobs are going to become redundant. Lots of businesses are going to manage totally working from home or working mostly from home, etc., etc. So how do I make myself in such a way that I also do not face this anxiety? So two options are available. Now imagine that you are going on a road and suddenly you come to a place where you have a Y-shaped fork. You have one left turn and one right turn, and you have to force to choose one of these two turns. So one of these left turns is the equipped highway. The other one on the right hand side is the enriched highway. Now you have to choose between one of these two. We would like to choose both of them, but unfortunately, if I ask you a question that you have to choose one of them, so first thing you will ask me is, okay, I need to know what do I get when I go on equipped road, and what do I get when I go on the enriched road. So on the equipped road, my friends, you are going to upskill yourself so that you can become future-proof. On the enriched road, however, you are going to upgrade yourself, just like we have a computer with a Pentium chip, and we upgrade the computer by putting a higher chip, you know, i3, i5, i8, etc., or even higher chips are available now. You have a computer with a RAM of 2 GB or 4 GB. It gets congested very soon. So you say, I want to upgrade the hardware and I want to make it 16 GB, 32 GB or 64 GB RAM or even higher. That is called as upgradation. You are not skilling yourself. You are only upgrading yourself. Now, when I go for upskilling myself, the first thing I do is I learn new tools that are going to be in demand in the future, and tools that are going to help me face the uncertainty of the future and make me future proof, because I will have the knowledge and the skills which are needed more than any of my competition or contemporary. So therefore my chances of being hired or being retained if I am hired is increased. You also will learn new tricks. You will learn, for example, how to work from home. You will also learn how to use a software like this for working from home or communicating with people or collaborating with people. So these are what you attain when you go on the left turn on the equipped highway, which involves in upskilling yourself by making you acquire the knowledge of new tools and learning new tricks which will allow you to become future proof. On the other hand, if you go on the Enrich road, you can upgrade yourself, and there you will learn two things. First, you will learn how to control your mind. But my friends, controlling your mind is very useful and very helpful. But just controlling your mind can also not be sufficient, because history is full of examples of people who had excellent control on their minds, but they have used their mind for causing devastation and despair and grief and misery all over the world, to people around them and also to themselves. Examples come to my mind of people like Adolf Hitler or Mussolini or Stalin, who had fantastic mind control. But you know what happened to the world because of them and around them. Nearer to home, I can think of the example of Sri Nathuram Godse, who was a very disciplined person, followed a very disciplined and very austere lifestyle. He had a tremendous control on his mind, but his actions resulted in the murder of Mahatma Gandhi. So just by controlling the mind, you need not necessarily end up doing very wholesome and positive deeds. So therefore, just controlling mind is not enough. You also need to purify your mind. But to purify the mind, you first have to have some control on it. Otherwise, how do you catch it to purify? Okay. So at this point of time, now I will open up the floor for the first interactive question. Imagine that you have these two roads in front of you, and unfortunately, you have to choose only one road, either a left turn to equip or right turn to enrich. My question is, which road will you take and why? Now, to seek your opinion, I'm going to stop my sharing, and now I have opened the floor for your participation. So I would now request, there are 43 participants here, including me, so 42 other people. My request to you now is, please raise your hand and tell me whether you will go on the left turn or the right turn. So Parth has given his comment via chat window. Let me see if it is possible for me to ask somebody else to respond. Okay, so chat window is not a good window to respond. He says, no, don't give me thumbs up, etc. You just raise your hand, please. Okay, so Krishi Manek has raised her hand. Okay, I'll just see if I can. So, Parth, would you like to speak? I have put you on now.
Yes, because
Yes,
because equip gives.
Which way? First of all, which way will you go? Left or right? Equip or enrich?
I'll go ahead with equip.
Equip. Okay. Why is that?
Because it gives the better option. Because it gives you the upgrade the skills, and it gives the better option to upgrade yourself in future. If if I upgrade myself, then I may be more useful to the company as well as the society.
No, but you are mixing up two things, Parth. You are using the word upgrade. Upgrade is on the right side for enrichment, and you are saying you want to skill yourself. So please be careful. Do you want to go left or right? Choose one of them. Do you want to upskill yourself or upgrade yourself?
I want to upskill.
Okay, you want
Yes.
to upskill because you want to be more useful to your organization. Okay, fair. Pixel 2XL, I don't know what's your name, but you have raised a hand.
Yeah, Dr. Rajkumar Pant, I'm Dipti speaking. Dipti Pant Pandey. Yeah, so I
Okay.
think I would go in with the left option, which is to upskill, because I think the left or the right option, which also depend on the age bracket a person is in. So knowing my age bracket, I have a lot of age, years left before I retire. So I think I would upskill myself because I'll take care of my family needs as well as I'll keep my future secured. And I think if you upskill yourself, your mind is also in control because you're positively engaged and there is an end result which you try to attain. So you automatically get the right path also cleared for yourself. That is my.
Okay, that's what you feel. Okay, Deepthi, thank you so much. Okay, so Joshi ji, I'll unmute you now. Yes. Hello.
Good evening,
Joshi
sir.
ji, yes.
Good evening. I am at the age of 65 plus age bracket. I
Yeah.
would choose for my mind control and purification.
That means enrichment. You will prefer enrichment. Huh. Why is that so?
Yes.
Why is that
Because
so?
I am in a higher age group. I have to see that I maintain good health. How I am not running after money because I am a retired personnel and getting good pensions.
Okay, okay. Narendra ji
To
says
maintain
that.
myself.
Yeah. Okay, so it's very interesting that Narendra ji says that because he is old and he is retired, therefore he doesn't have to run after money, and therefore he would like to upgrade himself rather than upskilling himself. Whereas we just now heard Deepthi saying that because of her age bracket, she would like to upskill herself because she wants to provide for her family. Okay. Anybody else would like to share? Yes, Vaibhav Kumar, I'm stopping your video, but I'm unmuting you. Yes, go ahead. Vaibhav Kumar, you can speak now. Hello, Vaibhav, you are online now. You can speak. If your mic is not working, then I would suggest that you just type your answer. Okay. There was a, I think, Balkrishna Gundla. Balkrishna Gudla. Balkrishna Gudla, can you please speak? Okay. Unfortunately, he raised his hand, but he is not able to unmute himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Unmute
yes.
mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, Balkrishna. Yes.
I am go for a equip, sir.
You will go for Equip. Why is that
Yeah. Recently, I completed my PhD from NIT Surathkal, but now I want to upgrade myself and I can learn my new things and upgrade and everything.
so? No, but Balkrishna, you are confusing again. You are using the word upgrade, but you are unskilling. So be
Okay.
very careful. Do you want to upgrade or unskill? Do you want to
Upgrade,
skill or
upgrade, sir.
upgrade means what? You are going to learn new tricks.
Yeah, new tricks I want to learn.
That is not upgrading. That is upskilling. Upgrading
Okay.
is mind control and
Okay.
mind purification.
Upskilling only, sir.
Upskilling. You want to learn new tricks and you want to
Yeah.
learn new tools. Okay.
Yeah,
All
new
right.
tools.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Chinmay Wadekar.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Chinmay. What do you want to do? Left or right?
I'd prefer the upskill because because basically with skills I can develop something, right?
Okay.
With diverse skills I'll develop something which is beneficial. So that's why.
Okay. So you also want to go for upskilling. So most of the people today have spoken that they want to upskill themselves. They want to learn new tricks. Nirav.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Upskill
Sir,
or upgrade.
I would like to upgrade myself, sir. What I think is, yes, sir. Sir, what I think as a young person, I should know what values the society demands. What should be the values in what are the values I should focus in my life on. Other than that, I think we spend a lot of time in our life to upskill ourselves. Whenever we are at university, whenever we are at work, we try to equip new skills while learning something, while doing some projects or something. So we are constantly upskilling ourselves. I think like that. So this time we can contribute to upgrade ourselves to
Okay.
realize what is the importance, or how can we control our mind to focus on opportunities and good things around us.
Oh,
I think it
okay,
is very
good.
important. And
Good, very good. So you have very nicely explained that we are upskilling ourselves constantly when we are at work, in the university, etc. But this is the time you think, it's your opinion, you think that
yes,
we should upgrade ourselves. Okay,
yes,
great.
it's fine.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry, thank you. I'll just move on to the next person now. Shripad. Shripad had raised the hand. So Shripad, can you please answer now? Yes. You are on
Sir, I
hand.
will go for upskilling myself because in the future there will be some new technologies like electric vehicles, and also if we get knowledge about these new technologies which will be coming in the future after this COVID era which will gain importance, and I think that will be beneficial for future.
Acha, so for you, gaining a control on the mind or purifying the mind doesn't really matter much. You are more important in skilling yourself by learning new tricks and learning new fields, is it? Okay, that's fine. I mean, there is nothing wrong or right in this. See, this is a personal choice. I mean, what you want to do with yourself is completely up to you. No one can tell you what is wrong or what is right. And everybody has their own perspective and their own reasons for doing things. Okay. Anybody else would like to participate in the discussion? We had a few people, actually most people so far have preferred the path of upskilling, and only 2-3 people, interestingly, one very old senior person retired and one very young student who is studying MTech. Both of them have decided that they will go for upgrading themselves. Okay, Rajat S. Yes,
So I
Rajat.
would go with upgrading myself, the right path.
Why?
So because uh, unless we upgrade ourselves, we cannot upskill properly. Because, for example, if we take a small glass, we can fill it to the maximum, but it will still be very less. But if we take a bigger glass, we can fill it to the maximum, and it will be more than the smaller one. So if we
Okay.
upgrade, we can have a larger volume, like for the
Okay.
larger brain power, and then we
Ah,
can upskill ourselves better.
okay. So that's a very interesting viewpoint, that if you upgrade yourself, you acquire larger capacity. And when you have a higher capacity, then you can do much more. If you have a small glass, then you can fill it also, but after you make it full, still it is only a very small quantity. So that's why Rajat is of the opinion that we should enrich ourselves. Okay. Right. Anybody else would like to share their opinion? So we are right now roughly 50-50, I think. Okay, Ankit Gupta has raised the hand. Yes, Ankit.
Yes, sir. I would also like to agree with Rajat and would want to upgrade myself because, as they say, the journey matters, not how you not the end of the journey. Like what we do in this period of time, that's what matters mostly. Like
Okay.
if I increase my area of like retention, and if I upgrade my senses, like my physical and mental senses, I can perhaps have a more better impact on myself rather than just by just by mastering one skill. I can, rather than that, I can master many skills.
Okay. That's also a very nice viewpoint. Thank you. I'll ask one more person to unmute. I don't know the name because it just says 10D637DA. But I'm trying to unmute them. Yeah. Yes. What's your name?
Hi, sir. My name is Santosh.
Santosh. Okay. First of all, I'll just rename you Santosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. What do you want to say? Left turn or right turn, and why?
I would like to say the middle path is better.
No, there is no middle path. Sorry, unfortunately, there is. I told you very clearly, na, that you have a situation where the road ends and you have only two roads. Now you cannot put one leg on skill and one leg on upgrade and walk on both. You will fall flat. So if you have to choose only one in the current scenario, what will you choose?
I'd like to upskill.
You would like to upskill. That means you like to learn new tricks and you like to learn new tools.
Yes.
Okay. What is the reason?
The reason being, whatever we are doing right now, we know what it is. But the area which is new, we'd like to explore. And this is the right time for doing that, is what is my belief.
Okay. So mind control and mind purification are not important. What is important is to learn a new skill and a new trade. All right. So, right. Anybody else would like to add to our discussion? It's a very interesting discussion. We are getting roughly equal number of people, but right now upskilling seems to be more popular. I think there are more people here who want to upskill themselves, and there are relatively fewer people. Okay, Krishi Manik. Krishi Manik is basically a student from class 11th. Okay. Yes, Krishi, you are perhaps the youngest participant in this session. Go ahead, speak now.
So I would go with enrich myself, because I feel like there are always going to be opportunities where you can keep upskilling because the technology keeps improving, right? But enriching yourself helps you with all spheres in life, not only your technical domain.
Okay, so Krishi feels that enriching is more useful because that helps in all domains. Upskilling is available throughout the life. Now, interestingly, Narayan Duttji mentioned that because he is very old and because he is retired, because he's on a very good pension, therefore he feels that he wants to enrich himself. And here on the other end of the spectrum, we have a young girl only in the 11th standard in Mumbai, and she says that she also wants to enrich herself because upskilling is available. Okay, very interesting. At both end of the spectrum, we have people who want to enrich themselves. Dr. Jagdish Joshi from Chandigarh. Yes, please go ahead. Joshi ji, you are online. Boliye.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I would like to upgrade myself.
Upgrade. Okay, why?
Yeah. Because without upgrading ourselves, we cannot efficiently upscale ourselves. So upgradation is necessary for upscaling, basically.
So we hear in maths about a sufficient condition and necessary condition. So you are saying that it is very important. Okay, this is another interesting viewpoint, that if you really want to upskill yourself, you first need to upgrade yourself, because upskilling may not happen properly without upgradation. Okay, so now slowly the trend is turning towards enrichment. Okay. We have Netra Singh, who is a scientist from DRDO Hyderabad. Okay, his audio has still not come, so I can't unmute him. But the floor is open. Still, people are there who have not expressed their view. So, okay, I'm unmuting a participant by the name Suragani. Okay, Mr. Netra Singh is now already online. So Suragani, can you please unmute yourself, because you have been trying a lot in the beginning to register into this. So I was not able to help you out in the beginning, but I'm sorry. It looks like you are not able to unmute yourself. So maybe you can type out your answer in the chat window. All of you who are not able to unmute for any reason, you might be able to send a chat. There is a guest called Sharayu. Sharayu, I have unmuted you. Would you like to say something about what is your choice, left or right?
Hello, sir. Sir, this is Sharayu.
Yes, good evening, Sharayu. So please tell me, would you like to take a left turn or a right turn, and why?
Sir, I would like to upgrade myself.
You want to upgrade yourself. You want to take a right turn. Because why? What is the reason for upgrading yourself and not enriching?
Sir, upscaling will be, sir, as the previous person said that there won't be a quality if we try to upscale. It's better we upgrade, we increase our capacity, and thus it will help us to upscale properly. You need a
Okay.
quality.
Okay. So you are
Can't go
saying,
on.
yeah. So very nice. You are saying that if you upgrade yourself, you acquire larger capacity. Like somebody said, the glass becomes bigger. The glass becomes a jug. So capacity is increased. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. Thank you, Sharayu. So Mr. M. Vijay Kumar from HAL Bangalore, ex-HAL Bangalore, I should say. Yeah, you can
Yes, sir.
speak now, sir. What would you say, enriching or upskilling?
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes?
you're audible.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I would go on the upgraded that side, right
Right
turn,
side, okay. Upgrade
right
side,
turn.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a rare opportunity in a lifetime for most of us. You know that you are suddenly blocked. You cannot talk to anyone. Nobody comes to your house. Nobody, total contactless. And this is an opportunity where you have to have your mind control. You have to improve your focus, concentration, and suddenly you are disturbed by the absence of so much of activities. So this is an occasion where once in a lifetime people have to upgrade themselves and then enrich their capability to, let's say, focus, then not get disturbed, then improve their mind control. This is the time they have to do that.
Okay.
Upskilling is a part of life. In any case, upskilling have to be done. Otherwise, you can't.
Yeah. So upskilling is a routine matter according
Routine matter,
to
you have to do it. In any case, if you
Correct.
have to survive, you have to do it. Yes.
Right.
Thank
You are saying that upskilling is a routine matter. Anyway, throughout the life we do it. Also, some other speaker said few minutes ago that in the university, I think it was Nirav, he said that in the college,
Yes,
in
yes,
the
yes.
work, we always upgrade, we always upskill ourselves. So this is a rare opportunity. Okay, but I want to just make one small comment that it is not that we need some kind of a disaster like COVID-19 for us to really start thinking of upgrading ourselves. I mean, upgrading should come to you as a matter of choice. Okay, but anyway, I appreciate your point that you are on the track which wants to upgrade. Dr. V. Venkateswarlu of Acharya Nagarjuna, upgrade and mind control is better because everything is linked with the mind. Okay. So Dr. Venkateswarlu, can I just unmute you? Yeah, you can speak now. You can share with us your point. Okay, you are not able to speak probably. There is some issue with your audio. So Dr. Venkateswarlu, you are actually online. Would you like to speak something? Okay, never mind. You are not able to participate. 3 more participants have raised their hands. So we'll just see. Okay, so who are these 3 participants? Okay, Vikas Kumar. Vikas Kumar, can you please? Yeah, you can speak now, Vikas.
Yeah, sir, I would like to go for the enrichment option because
Okay.
I think without having our well mental being, we can't go for upskilling ourselves, as Dr. Joshi
Okay,
well
okay,
said.
okay, fine. Shantanu.
Hello.
Shantanu? Yeah.
So based on my experience of this last one month, and whenever I go on to try some difficult problems, I have understood that my patience and calmness of mind helps me quite more than the new skills, and therefore upgrading is, I think, the path to go.
Okay. So Shantanu says that based on his experience in the last couple of months, calmness and patience helps in learning things better. So therefore, he also would like to go on the enrichment path. Oh, now friends, now slowly the tide is turning towards the upgradation side. Vaibhav Kumar. Yeah,
Hello,
you can
sir.
speak now. Yeah, you can speak now.
Am I audible?
Yes, absolutely audible.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I believe that choosing a left or right path is kind of it can depends on individual to individual.
Agreed. So
So,
agreed. I agree completely, but that's why I am asking individuals. So you tell your choice. There's nothing like wrong or right. It is individual. So Vaibhav Kumar, what is your choice? Left turn or right turn?
in my opinion, as I am right now a graduating student, so in my case, I think it should be left the upskilling one.
Okay. Why is that so? Because you are graduating.
No, sir, because now there are less opportunities, hirings are freeze and all. So in that case, it would be better for me to add more feathers to my skill set. So when gradually the hirings are up, if I have more than one skill, then I can showcase that and I can get into some hiring. So from that point of view,
okay, so you are concerned about your immediate future, about the job and about the prospects. You feel that if you learn one more skill, you will be more marketable. You'll be more marketable. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, that's your point of view. So yeah, so we have one person now. So now some people are talking about skilling. Can I ask Suragini? Suragini, I am not able to unmute you. I am asking to unmute, but you are not able to unmute yourself. You can type your answer if you wish.
Okay.
Okay, now you can speak. Now you can speak. Sorry.
So I want to upgrade myself, sir.
You want to upgrade? Why do you want to upgrade, ma'am?
Because of unless mind control, we cannot overcome this situation. I think.
Correct. Unless your mind is in your control, you will not be able to handle any adverse situation such as the one that we are facing. Okay, that's a very valid point. Okay. So once again, friends, more people are turning towards the right direction, the direction of upgradation. Last 1 minute, I will like to spend asking people to either raise their hand or to type in their answer based on what they think is applicable to them. And then we will move forward. Okay. Right now, already I can say that most people are interested in enriching themselves and fewer people are interested in upgrading themselves. So last 1 minute for you. I'll just go and grab a glass of water in the meantime. Just 1 more minute. Okay, friends, I'm back. And I don't see any new hands raised, so I'll just continue. I'll just continue ahead. Right. So, see, the point is this, that you can take the path of upskilling yourself, but remember one thing, that today, first of all, you don't even know for sure which path, which tool or which trick will be useful. You think that some tool or trick may be useful because somebody has predicted that everybody should know Python language because Python is the language of the future, or somebody has already told you that the new tools to know are the AI and machine learning, etc. But one doesn't know the rate at which change is happening. After 6 months or 1 year, something else may come up and you will become again obsolete. So therefore, it is okay to skill yourself, but there is no end to skilling yourself. Secondly, if your mind is not in your control and if it is not pure, unfortunately what happens is that your efficiency reduces. So to learn a new skill, if you need 10 hours, you will take 20, 30, 40 hours because your mind is working at 50%, 40% efficiency. And secondly, today we are having this situation because of COVID-19. Tomorrow some other situation will come in your life. Life is always full of ups and downs. Life is full of changes. So if you are having a control on your mind, you will be able to handle almost any adversity and bring yourself to a situation where you can handle. Otherwise, what will happen is you will be choked very soon. Just like our computer hangs because the RAM is full, or because the processor is not able to tackle the load. So therefore, upgradation is a better path. Now, the question is, if you want to upgrade yourself, you have to change your mindset. But to change your mindset, you first need to understand how the mind works. So, in other words, you need to learn how to mind your mind. And you need to learn how to entangle, how to remove the entanglements in the minds so that you can go to a very calm and a relaxed state of mind. So, to do that, we first need to have a very quick understanding of the working of our mind. We need to know how our mind works. Okay. So all of us are blessed with certain abilities or certain senses which have been God gifted to us. One of them is taste. Then you have the sense of hearing, the ability of smelling, touch, see. So these are the faculties or the abilities that a normal human being has. Apart from that, we as humans also are blessed with one more ability called as the ability of thinking. So I would call these 6 as our sense doors, where input from the environment around us is coming to us. And when an input comes on any of these doors, when somebody knocks on these doors, for example, when you open your eyes, you see something outside. So the moment your eyes are able to see, that is basically the ability of vision. Similarly, your nose has got some olfactory nerves which are able to sense the smell. So whenever there is any input into our sense doors, the first thing that happens, friends, is called as the cognition. Okay, so the sense door recognizes that there is some input. Once there is a recognition of what is coming to the sense door, it leads immediately to evaluation. This evaluation is of one of the 3 types. The first type is positive evaluation. The second type is negative evaluation. The third type is neutral evaluation. So, for example, when you open your eyes and you see something, okay, similarly, when you are standing somewhere and people are talking and you hear some pressure wave comes to your ears, you hear something, maybe you like that sound, or maybe you dislike that sound, or maybe you don't care about that sound. So based on that, the evaluation will be either positive or negative or neutral. But it doesn't remain there, friends. After evaluation, automatically it goes to either feelings or sensations on the body. Feelings arise in the mind and sensations arise in the body. And they are both linked together very well. Whenever you have any input in the thinking door and there is a cognition that some thought has arisen and there is an evaluation about that thought being positive, then you have a positive feeling or a positive sensation on the body. Similarly, if you have some input on the hearing door and if the evaluation is negative, then there is a negative feeling on the body. And when I say negative feeling, I mean you have a tendency that you don't like it. Now, at this point, we come across another junction and we have to choose only one path. What happens up to this time is automatic and without any special effort from anybody. It happens naturally. But after this, there are 2 paths. One path leads to the path of blind reaction. That means if you have an evaluation that you don't like something, or if it is a negative evaluation, the reaction is that you try to do something so that you don't want it to happen. If there is a positive evaluation about some sense, then you would like to do something so that it remains and you want it to happen. But that is not the only path available. There is another path available called as the path of bare observation. If you take a left turn and go on the path of bare observation, then you are not going to react to these feelings or sensations. Okay, you are going to develop the ability or the faculty of bare observation. Now, what happens is if you go on the path of blind reaction, which is the path that most of us take, it ends up in misery. It ends up in frustration. It ends up in anger. It ends up in undesirable feelings. Whereas if you take the path of bare observation, it leads to peace, it leads to calmness, it leads to harmony, and it leads to relaxed situation. So unfortunately for us, all of us want to actually go towards peace, but because of our inability to go for bare observation and ability or the nature or habit of blind reaction, we go towards misery. Now, this is a very theoretical and conceptual assessment of the working of the mind. Okay? But suppose even at an intellectual level, you agree with this for a moment. The question that everybody also arises is, okay, assuming that bare observation gives me peace, my problem is how do I develop the faculty of bare observation? No one has taught us this. No school, no college, no parent, no neighbor, no relative, no friend. None of us has the luxury or the pleasure or the good fortune of learning this particular skill. So friends, if you want to develop bare observation, you have to learn a technique, and that technique should allow you to look inwards. Okay? Because inputs to our sense doors come from outside, but the action of that, the action that arises is inside our body. Okay, so the cause is not outside, the input is outside, but the cause is inside. We have a feeling that the cause for our misery or the cause for our happiness is outside us, but in reality the cause is inside us. The input can be from outside, but you know, two people who receive the same input may not necessarily have the same feeling or same sensation arising in their mind. Just think about it. For the same input, one of you may feel very happy and one of you may feel very sad. That means the cause is not the reason outside you, the cause is inside you. So we have to learn to look inwards. And also we have to learn to live in the present. Our mind essentially either lives in the past or jumps to the future. It lingers in the past or jumps to the future. It does not learn to, it doesn't know how to live in the present moment. And that is why we are very anxious and we are very worried about what is going to happen in the future. And many a times you always keep pondering over what happened in the past. I wish I had not done that. I wish I had not done this. So you are either in the past or in the future. The mind is like a monkey who is jumping from one branch of the tree to the other branch, from the past to the future, never trying to remain in the present. And it is not our fault. We have not been taught. Nobody has told us how to look inwards and how to live in the present. We have always been looking outwards since we are born. The other thing is that just learning a technique or knowing about it on an intellectual level or on a hearing level is not sufficient. Not only you have to learn a technique, you have to also practice it, because only practice makes us perfect. So a technique, you can read about it, you can hear about it, you can even argue or discuss about it, but that is only going to be intellectual. Only when you actually learn a technique and practice it, you will start benefiting from that. So my friends, we are all facing anxiety and uncertainty because of COVID-19. Therefore, let's try out one technique which will help us develop the faculty of bare observation, and let us try it out right now. So if you are ready, we will have a small experience right now of this particular technique. The technique which I want to discuss with you and also want to give you a small demonstration is called as Anapanasati. Anapanasati is a word from the ancient Indian language of Pali. And in Pali, the word Ana stands for incoming breath, Apana stands for outgoing breath, and Sati stands for awareness. So Anapanasati essentially means awareness of normal respiration or our breath as it comes in, as it goes out naturally. Nothing is forced here. There are many techniques in which the breath is forced. You are asked to either increase your breath or decrease your breath or do something with your breath. Here we are saying, don't do anything with your breath. Just observe the breath as it comes in naturally, as it goes out naturally. And that is the Anapanasati. Why are we talking about breath? We are interested to achieve a control on our mind, and later on we would like to purify our mind. But we are talking about breath. So the question arises, why breath? One reason for using breath as a tool for this particular technique is that breath is always available right from the time you are born till the time you die. It is something that we have with us 24/7. If there is no breath, we don't exist. We become a dead body if there is no breath. And secondly, breath is something which is universally acceptable as a tool, because whether you are in this religion or that religion, whether you belong to a particular caste or a particular sect, whether you are a North Indian or you are a South Indian, whether you are from India or from any other country, everybody breathes. And breath is something that is so natural that it is acceptable to everybody. On the other hand, if we had used a tool such as a photograph or an image or a statue or a word, then maybe, or a color, then maybe some people will be happy, some will be unhappy, because it may agree with their religion, it may agree with their beliefs, it may agree with their sects, it may agree with their scriptures. But here there is nothing. It is breath. Everybody breathes and always breathes. But another important reason is that our breath is directly connected to our mind. Breath can be considered to be a meter of our mind, because by looking at the condition of our breath, one can easily determine the condition of our mind. Just like we can use a thermometer to measure temperature and tell the temperature of the body. Similarly, if a mind is agitated, upset, jealous, anxious, worried, the breath is irregular. If the mind is calm, relaxed, peaceful, then even our breath becomes calm. So breath is a direct indicator, a meter of the condition of our mind. And hence, because of its 24/7 availability, universal acceptability, and direct connection with the mind, we will use breath to learn how to control our mind. Now, before we actually go and experience this technique, some of you must be wondering, how is it relevant to the present situation? And what are the benefits of regular meditation using this particular technique? First and foremost, all of us today are dealing with fear, anxiety, and pressure because of the uncertainty. So, a regular practice of this particular technique helps us to deal with fear, anxiety, and pressure. Secondly, this is a technique that can be used by you to calm and relax your mind. You will experience this yourself in the next few minutes, because in the next slide, I'm going to take you through a session of exposure to Anapanasati. At the end of those 10 minutes of exposure, I bet all of you are going to feel calm and relaxed. So you will immediately experience yourself how this technique is beneficial. Another advantage is that in the current situation where we only hear and read about misery and anxiety, this particular technique, when practiced regularly, will help you achieve happiness and peace. And for the students especially, it is very important to note that regular practice of Anapanasati has been shown to improve concentration of the mind and increase in the memory. So if you can concentrate in your mind, you can grasp things better. And if you have a very good memory, you can retain those things and perform better in the interviews and the examinations. In any situation where you have an anxiety. Now, students today are being exposed to large amount of online teaching, and we are not used to it. So we cannot concentrate. We get bored and frustrated because one lecture after the other is coming online, and we are completely clueless because we have not been trained to it. So therefore, and also the online teaching has its own limitations because it's very difficult to get direct and instant feedback like we get in a normal classroom, because I can see your eyeballs, I can see your faces, I can hear some murmurs, and I can understand what is happening. There is an instant and direct feedback available, which is not as good and as detailed in online teaching. So therefore, improvement of concentration and memory will also help you in your current situation. Even those of you who are interested to only upskill yourselves, maybe you are not convinced that you would like to upgrade yourself. Maybe you think that that is meant for only old people. Although a very young, I mean the youngest participant in the group probably is Krishi Manek, and she said that she wants to enrich herself. Okay, so maybe you are not convinced still, and you say no, all this is all theory, this is all spirituality, I don't want to go. But even if you want to upskill yourself, you will agree with me that you need better concentration and better memory to perform better in upskilling. And even there, my friends, the regular practice of Anapanasati is going to help you. So having discussed so many benefits and advantages of this technique, I now would like to move on to the last session of this interactive session, which is the practical trial. So I'm going to request you to just follow some of the simple instructions which I'm going to give you. First thing is, I would like you to sit down in any comfortable position. Any position in which you feel comfortable. Don't lie on the bed. Don't lie on the floor. Just sit down. Either you can sit on the chair or on the floor if you are comfortable, or even on the bed. But please sit. And also what you do is keep your back and neck straight. By keeping your back and neck straight, you essentially increase your awareness about the things around you. Otherwise, when you slouch, you start becoming tired, sleepy, and maybe you'll not be able to follow the instructions. So better keep your back and neck straight. And then you have to just follow some instructions which will be given to you in an audio file. These instructions are for approximately 10 minutes. 10 minutes and 6 seconds to be precise. But at this point, I would like to know if everybody is ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my sharing. I'm back now into the interactive session. I would like everyone to just raise your hands. You know, there is a button called reactions on the bottom. In that, just give me a thumbs up if you are ready. You can raise your hand, or you can give me a thumbs up. See, yeah, like Shripad has given me a thumbs up, Shantanu thumbs up. So I would like people to please give me a thumbs up or raise your hand so that I know that you are ready. Very good. I'd like to just wait for some time till almost everybody is ready. All you need to do is just sit comfortably, keep your neck and back straight, and listen to the instructions which are going to be given to you very soon. Okay. So, Balakrishna, are you ready? Either give me a thumbs up or give me a raise a hand. Similarly, Akash Agarwal, Shripad, Sunil Dingare, they have not responded. It's better that all of you please also respond. Yes, Shripad has given me a positive sign to go ahead. So has Vijay Kumar. Okay. Then what about, okay, Parth is ready. Who else? So almost everybody is ready. Right. Now I have a question to ask you, and I want you to type the answer. The instructions are available right now in 2 languages. I have one audio file which gives instructions in Hindi, and I have one audio file which gives instructions in English. So on the chat window, I would like you to please type either Hindi or English. So Parth has typed Hindi, Vijay Kumar English, Balkrishna, English. Srinivas, English. Sunil, English. Okay. Chinmay, English. Okay. Keep typing, please. Santosh, Diptesh, Banerjee, Shantanu, Krishi, Pixel 2L. That is Deepthi, Rajat. Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think most people are typing. Gautami has typed English also. Ajitesh Prasad also English. I think everybody has typed in English. Mostly we have seen people typing in English. Okay. There are very few who have asked for Hindi. So what we will do is we will respect the majority and we will play the instructions in English. At this point, I would request everyone to lower their hands also so that we can start with our, yeah, so please lower your hands. I'm going to again share my screen and I'm going to play the instructions in English. Remember, the instructions are very simple and you have to just follow them exactly what they are being told. Please do it in a scientific manner. Do not add anything to the instructions because you think that will help. And do not remove anything or follow all the instructions very meticulously because you want to give it a scientific trial. After all, it is a just 10-minute trial. At the end of 10 minutes, you will decide whether you like it or not, and you will then proceed further. So follow the instructions very, very carefully and fully. Don't add anything to it. Don't remove anything to it. Right. I'm going to now click on the audio file. Please note the first 10 to 15 seconds are silent. So don't start worrying. Okay, if you don't hear anything for about 3 or 4 minutes, then only you can raise your hand. But otherwise, just follow the instructions. And there are some gaps in between the instructions also. So don't worry, just be patient for about 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to play the instructions now. They will start very soon. They are for about 10 minutes. Right, so sit comfortably, back and neck straight.
Now let us practice Anapana for about 10 minutes. Practice Anapana. Sit comfortably, in any posture that suits you. Keep your back and your neck straight. Keep your eyes gently closed. Those who wear spectacles should take off their spectacles during meditation period. Keep your mouth gently closed and focus your entire attention on the area at the entrance of the nostrils. The area at the entrance of the nostrils. And remain aware of every breath coming in, every breath going out. Natural breath, normal breath, as it is. If it is long, it is long. If it is short, it is short. Passing to left nostril. Passing to right nostril. Or through both the nostrils. Just remain aware, do nothing. Just remain aware. alert, attentive, vigilant, remain alert, attentive, vigilant, constantly aware of the breath, the incoming breath, the outgoing breath, incoming breath, outgoing breath. Keep your attention steadfastly fixed on this area, the entrance of the nostrils. Like a gatekeeper, like a watchman, aware of every breath entering the nostrils, aware of every breath moving out of the nostrils. Alert, attentive, vigilant. Incoming breath, outgoing breath, natural breath, pure breath, nothing but breath. Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam Bhavatu Sabba Mangalam. Good, good. Be happy. Be happy. Be happy.
Okay, friends. So now we will start by again a session of interaction in which requesting you to share your experiences of this 10-minute session that you have just now experienced. Yeah, Sunil ji, yes, Sunil Lingadi ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Actually, I am aware of this, but I had attended Vipassana course around 20 years back. So this relaxes mind definitely. The only problem now actually I am realizing is that we should practice that. We should practice that.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Practice, as I said,
Yes,
practice makes us perfect. So just by knowing something, you read about it somewhere, you can do a lot of theoretical discussions, but unless you practice, you will not get any benefit in the long term. So Vikas Kumar, you have raised your hand. Do you want to say something? Narendra Joshi ji.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Boliye, you want to say something?
Yeah, yes, sir. Actually, when we are in a calm position, then inhaling and exhaling we can experience beautifully. It means the natural process. Due to anxiety and stress, sometimes we fail to understand the natural process. If you are in a calm position, calm mind, then we know what body is, what we are in, and it becomes path for attaining further success. As our friends, those who wanted to upscale themselves, this is the only path. By walking on these very path, they can further skill themselves, upgrade their skills, and attain their desired goal as well. So we all must practice it in day-to-day life.
Okay, thank you. I'm interested in knowing your feedback on your experiences. So people can just share their experiences. 1 minute. Okay, so I noticed that Krishi has raised her hand. Yes, Krishi.
So this is my personal experience from the last 10 minutes. It was very interesting because all day I had been studying for my exams, and when I started the Anapanasati, there was like as soon as I closed my eyes, I could just feel the noise of thoughts, and there was so much going through my mind. But over the course of the 10 minutes, like towards the end, it like my mind became much calmer. So I think with more practice of this, it'll help you control your thoughts better.
Yes. Yeah, I will give you some more information. Let me just go to Dr. Joshi, Jagdish Joshi.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I could experience some strange kind of thing. Like initially, when I might close my eyes, the breath was coming from one nostril only. So later on, as time passes, after 5 minutes or so, I experienced the breath is coming now from both the nostrils, and I felt very calm kind of thing.
Okay, so it doesn't matter whether it is from the left or the right or both. The
So
bottom line is that you felt very calm and peaceful, right?
Okay, so is it clear means sometime something is like that ki the breathe should come from both the nostrils or from
No,
one
it doesn't.
nostril?
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
What matters is that you should have a proper awareness of your breath.
Okay. So, and is there any timing for doing this? And
Wait,
we can do any
I'll
time.
talk about I'll talk about that. See, I'll talk about it in a few minutes. Okay. Right now, I
Okay.
just want to know your experience. Nirav, your experience, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
Nirav.
I have been practicing meditation by quite a lot of time now. Although not regular, but whenever I practice it, it feels ever relaxing. So I would suggest everyone, like whenever you are feeling stressful or something, it is the best method to come out of it. Trust me. Yes.
Okay. So I'm actually interested in hearing your experience of today's session. I am not looking for your opinion about meditation, etc. You have experienced something in the last 10-12 minutes. Would you like to share that experience with us? Like she was very clear. She said that when she started, her mind was very noisy and disturbed, but slowly it became all right. Dr. Joshi also said that he was breathing from the left one nostril for some time, and then it became both. But in the end, he felt calm. So I want you to share your experience about this particular session that was conducted for you. Okay, so Balakrishna has given a thumbs up. Would you like to speak something, Balakrishna? Yes.
Yes, sir. Actually, this session is very good, sir. How to lead the life in future, in this situation, how to face it, and we learn so many things in this session. But such type of sessions are required nowadays, I feel.
Yeah, but Balakrishna, my question is different. My question is, how did you feel in the 10 minutes of Anapanasati?
Yes, sir. It is more our mind is coming into our control. Actually, that is the main thing.
Okay. Right. Anybody else would like to add something? Did anybody have a difference of opinion that there was no benefit? You did not feel relaxed or calm, or you had some difficulties, or everybody felt very peaceful and calm? Let me ask a few people. Vaibhav Kumar.
Yes,
Vaibhav Kumar, yeah, please share your experience.
Sir, when I was doing, I was just trying to focus on my breath, but I felt whatever was in my mind, whatever is my mind for the last couple of days, those problems, they tried to come force me and distract me from concentrating on my breath. But I tried to keep them away. I tried my best to keep them away and focus on my breath. And at last, when I did that and I opened up my eyes, I really felt something different. I mean, which I haven't felt in last 2 months maybe.
Okay. So yeah. So thank you for your feedback. You see, this is a habit pattern of the mind, as I mentioned, like a monkey jumping from one branch of the tree to the other. Our mind keeps jumping into the past or into the future. It never wants to remain in the present. So you have yourself experienced the monkey nature of your mind through these 10 minutes of meditation. Okay. Sharyu, do you want to add something? You can share your experience, Sharyu.
Yes, sir. At the start, I was not able to concentrate. Like a lot of things were coming in my mind, but then I kind of forced myself into it, and then I tried to focus my breath. And at the end, I felt really calm and relaxed.
Okay. So, friends, I must tell you something, that I have not taught you anything. I have only given you a very simple glimpse of this particular technique. Very, very fleeting glance and glimpse. Actually, if you really want to benefit, you have to learn it properly, and then you have to practice it regularly. So, if there is no other comment anybody wants to give, then I will proceed. I have just 1 or 2 slides more before we end today's session. And then there is a request from the organizers, which I will share with you. So I'll move back to the presentation. So what you have experienced today is only very, very brief. You have only watched the trailer of a movie. So picture abhi baki hai. And for that, on the screen, I have given you a link where you can register for a free daily online practice session. There is one at 8 in the morning and one at 7:30 in the evening every day. But you have to register for it at the link which I have mentioned on the screen and which I will also share on the chat window. On weekends, there are 2 additional sessions in the afternoon which are in English only. But morning and evening, the sessions are conducted in bilingual fashion in Hindi and English. And there they teach you properly and in proper detail. Plus there is a question answer session. There is a doubt clarification session. So I would urge all of you who have felt even little bit better or little bit calm and relaxed and would like to know more about this technique, I urge you to register to any of these free daily online practice sessions, either 8 in the morning or 7:30 in the evening, whatever suits you. And only then, friends, you will really understand or appreciate the benefits of Anapanasati. So before we go, here is today's takeaway. This is a conversation between a man and a wise duck. Okay, so I'm going to just show this to you. I have just made it into a sequence of 6 small cartoons for your benefit. We are new to lockdown, so we are thinking that our lives is in danger. Also, many of us are concerned that because of COVID-19, we might die. There is a lot of uncertainty and anxiety around us, and we don't know what's going to happen. There is so much information and input given to us through WhatsApp, through Instagram, through news, through all our channels. Some of them are true, most of them are fake. So we are confused when we read newspaper articles or we listen to the news or watch on television. We don't know what to believe anymore. And finally, for many of us, this might be the first time that it's a very strange time. But that's not true in reality. So thanks a lot. I am through with the presentation. I will still be opening it for some queries. But I have one request to make, which is based on the organizers. The organizers want everyone to show their video because they want to take a picture. So I would request everyone to put on their videos just for a few minutes so that we can see each other and the organizers can then take a picture. Okay. So just a few minutes more. I think we are through. In the meantime, if you have any queries or any questions or any comments, you can still do that. But requesting everyone to put on their videos so that the organizers can take a picture. It's almost like an attendance to be taken for today's session. Right. The floor is still open for any questions or comments. So if anybody would like to use this opportunity to share. Okay, so Rajat is sharing a feedback form with everybody. He has sent you on the chat window. And if you want to give feedback about this session, you can go to that link and share your honest and frank feedback. What I will do is I am going to type the sorry. I'll just type for everybody. Yes, so friends, this is the link which I have shared with everybody on which you can register and that will allow you to learn this technique properly and completely. So now I'm going to give the mic to Rajat. Rajat, all yours now. You can do the closing session.
Thank you, sir. I would like to give my hearty vote of thanks to you for gracing today's seminar, and thank you for your thought-provoking and interesting session. It was really a very enlightening session for all of us. I really think that everyone benefited from it. I'd also like to thank all the faculty members and all the students who joined us today for this webinar. Thank you. You may fill the feedback form also.
Okay. Anybody else would like to give any feedback or any comments while going, or else we are already beyond our time, so we probably should just close the meeting. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.